we're going to continue working on our Calder sculpture. Over his lifetime, Calder made hundreds of sculptures out of wire and metal. Last time, we looked at 4 sculptures made by Calder for different cities. Notice how each of these sculptures is made up of multiple pieces that are attached together to make an interesting sculpture. We're going to try to do the same here. We're ready to start building our sculpture. You'll need the pieces that you cut out earlier, your scissors, some of the scraps that you should have saved, white glue, and your base. You might notice in this video that my base is unpainted. It ended up being a big pain for me to paint later, which is why I told you to paint it in the last step. Choose the piece you'd like to put on first that you'll connect to your base, and choose how you'd like to place it on your base, at an angle perhaps, or parallel to one of your edges. Once you've made that decision, you're going to take your scraps and cut a small rectangle. Fold your rectangle in half. And then cut 3 more. We're going to pair these pieces together on either side of your larger piece. Wipe just a little glue on 2 of your 4 folded rectangles. You don't need very much glue. The less glue you use, the faster it will dry. Glue them to that first piece that you picked out earlier. Make sure you line up the fold in the cardboard with the edge of your larger piece. These pieces will help prop up your sculpture. We'll put some glue on the bottom of these little tabs. Place our sculpture exactly where we want it. And then press down on the tabs and count to 30. Gently tug on your piece to make sure that it's secured to the base, and now we're going to put the pieces on the other side. If your piece comes up a little bit like mine did here, it needs to be held on for a little longer. You can do that after you glue on the other pieces. This time I'll put glue on both sides and place this piece exactly across from the other piece as close as possible. Leave your sculpture to dry for a few minutes before you do anything else to it. You'll know it's dry when the glue is no longer white, but clear. Now we're going to talk about how to attach 2 pieces together. Decide where and how you want them to attach. If you want them to be at an angle like this, or straight like this. If you want one to bend around and come at your second piece from another angle, you can do that too. Once you've decided how you want to connect them, hold your piece right where you want it to connect and draw a small guideline for yourself. We'll cut this part first. If your scissors are not strong enough to cut through the cardboard like this, you'll have to open them up, push the cardboard all the way to the pivot point, and cut with control so you don't cut past the end of your line. Now, right next to this line, we're going to make a second cut. You should have a very, very tiny little strip that you can snip out. This makes the gap wide enough for our other piece of cardboard to fit inside. But we're not done yet. In order to make this joint secure, we also need to cut our other piece. So figure out how the two pieces are going to connect again. Draw your guideline. And use your scissors to cut once on your guideline and once right next to your guideline. And then snip out the extra bit that's in between. It should be a very tiny little sliver. These two pieces should now slide together, and you can push until the end of this slit and the end of this slit meet, like so. It should be secure enough without glue, but we're going to add glue to be on the extra safe side. Use your glue brush to dab just a little bit of glue inside each slit. And push the two pieces together. We can't do anything else with these two pieces until this glue has fully cured. So put these two pieces to the side and find two other pieces to connect.